It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Buccaneers and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course a quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
For one month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Less fanfare for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they hand him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Brandon, what What were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's Bernard. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there on a Buccaneer first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Brady. And this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now here come the Saints, about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
It was terrible to see Jameis Winston suffer his torn ACL last season because he had the Saints rolling in his first year running the show in New Orleans. They went 5-2 in his starts, and they were just 4-6 after he was injured. And how about this? He only threw 3 interceptions, really addressing the big concern people had from his time as a starter in Tampa. New Orleans, they plan to roll with him for a 2nd season and hope that last year's performance will carry over in a full season.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing now is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
For Cameron Jordan, truly the heart and soul of this Saints defense, had another memorable year in 2021. He crossed 100 sacks and made his 5th straight Pro Bowl.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Fournette really solidified his place with the Bucs last season. He ran for over 800 yards and 8 touchdowns and caught an impressive 69 passes. Tampa made sure he stuck around, too, giving him a new 3-year contract.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and break it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Winston. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady, throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Brady's throw there complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 38-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go get it.
2nd and 4. Throwing, Winston. The pass caught by Olave. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Jameis again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The final shot before half for Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Winston. Olave holds it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Winston now, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Kamara. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. started all even as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Brady. Evans has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Brady going to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Following the interception, Winston. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Winston. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Brady now to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And a catch right side by Evans. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Winston now to throw on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. And Thomas has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Winston to throw. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.